What's up, guys? So I am working on this 2025 GSXR 1000. I'm in the process of removing the factory turn stocks. The GSXR 1000 still uses an incandescent bulb. I will be replacing these with a flush mount set of Hot Body's LED indicators. Went with the smoked as opposed to the clear just because that indicator is going to be recessed into black and I wanted to kind of hide out. But that's really not what this video is about. I'll put together its own dedicated install video once those parts decide to make it to the party. But as I was working on this thing, I took a break and I was reading some of the comments that folks had left about the GSXR 1000. And one of the, I guess you could say, predominant themes was that guys were saying this bike is not up to speed in terms of technology, and it's just a little bit outdated, being that it is now basically 2025. This bike was released in 2017. So yeah, there's about an 8-year run so far. Now, there's some things you can say about consistency, but what guys would rather see is some technology incorporated into this bike. But for me, technology is all a bit relative. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So just wandering through the bikes in the fleet, this is a 1998 Triumph Daytona T595. This motorcycle has a technology in suite, which is including a tachometer, a speedometer, and an engine coolant temperature. Clicking the key on, you'll see that you have a turn indicator up there. It just lets you know that it is blinking. An oil pressure light, which is vaguely informative. Your high beams, a neutral switch, a gas light, which will basically tell you that when that light comes on, find a gas station immediately, or it's going to be a bit of a walk, and then a check engine light. Yes, this bike represents the pinnacle of technology for its day. It's fuel injected, and that's about all you can say. No LCD screens here. So fast forward 15 years to 2013, we have a Triumph Thunderbird. Now this motorcycle has a speedometer and a tach, and this little thumb-sized LCD screen on the side. Of course, it's got a host of lights, and that LCD screen is basically just there to tell you about how far you've got and how much gas is in the tank. That's it. Next, we're getting to this little sweetheart, 2018 Triumph T120. With the sweep of the analog clocks, we've got a speedometer and a tachometer, and oh, would you look at that, 2 thumb-sized LCDs. The one on the right basically tells you how much further you've got to go and how much gas is left in the tank. On the left, you've got a little bit more info. You start pressing buttons, you'll see mileage, trip information, instant miles per gallon, average miles per gallon, a clock, and it'll let you know if you've turned the traction control on or off. That's about it. So by comparison, the GSXR 1000, this thing's practically a UFO. I've got a gear indicator. I've got an odometer. I've got range to empty. I've got an air temperature on there. I've got a clock. Of course, the fuel gauge. I've got a water temperature sensor, rider modes, a speedometer, and a tachometer. Look at all you get, all wrapped up into one LCD screen. So guys, I get it. Technology and the acceptance of it and the want for more, it's always going to be subjective. This motorcycle gives you a lot for the money. The GSXR 1000 is the least expensive of the leader class bikes. It doesn't give you the LED turn indicators. It doesn't give you a TFT screen, Bluetooth connectivity, tire pressure monitoring, or adjustable suspension, or anything along those lines. You just get a great motorcycle that will absolutely entertain and rip whenever you are ready to do so, or is just as happy putting around town. And I tell you what, I like this bike a lot. To me, yes, it is a little bit shy on what you might consider to be modern technology. But come on, guys, I've got everything I need on this LCD screen, and I got a cool shift light to go along with it. So anyway, just figured I would throw that in the mix for you. I know some of you guys have been ribbing me a little bit. You know, it's the most old school of the new school leader class bikes, and you know what, guys, I'll take that every single time. Considering everything else in the garage, it fits in pretty well in good company. So with that, guys, appreciate you stopping by. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.